welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Space 2. I've been gone for a little while on vacation, but I'm back, and so let's just dive right in, shall we? We got a lot of catching up to do. So, since it's been a while, I figured I'd start here in the quests and events menu. This is a pretty cool menu if you don't spend much time in it. Um, it shows you all your active quests, completed, failed, and then over here, this is what's really neat. There's two scroll bars here, but you can see all the active short-term events and how many turns we have left on them. The one in particular that's really benefited us in the last 10 turns was this event, the Quantitative Society, which gave us a huge boost to our influence at the time. We have a lot of systems, so this was well over 100 influence. I think we have 6 or 7 systems now. So this is 100 plus influence per turn. This is what allowed us to stock up the influence we needed to get the pirates and to start working on this part of our quest. We need to stock up another pile of this because I believe the pirate truce only lasts for 10 turns, and we need to at least maintain 12 turns of truce, which means we're going to have to pay for a second truce before this is all said and done. But you can see our homecoming benefit is about to fall off. That had some minor approval penalties, but a bunch of science. We also had a little bit of influence from this, and a big boost of both approval and dust for the shoulders of supergiants. So, pretty cool stuff going on. Let's take a look at our systems, and you can see they're all doing pretty well as far as approval is concerned. We do have some dust issues, though. Our dust is kind of taking a hit, so we need to be concerned about that. We are still running the Dirty Hands Act to try to get as many buildings down as we can, and I believe we are one technology away, and this may actually be the one, to getting level 3 modernization, which we're going to do very soon. So yeah. So once we complete this, we'll unlock level 3 modernization, and we'll be working on that. The next thing that I feel we're really going to need, we definitely need to get our military up and running, but I know we have a system that require both Arctic and snow or ice planets, so we may need to... Are these any good? Nah, they're just probes. We might skip this one. We don't have any steps worlds yet. This is a Vulture specific trait. Which one is it? Oh, okay. It's the portal upgrade that makes this Vulture specific. This is the normal science building here. Health regeneration on systems with the portal. Yeah, we have a couple worlds that definitely could use this, though. There's a couple of systems that have Arctic worlds, so I'm going to go ahead and queue that up next, and then we'll come back to this in a moment. Also, we have some issues. We have a Craver fleet here, and a much larger Craver fleet incoming. I believe that they have... These are invasion ships. Yeah, so they're going to probably drop troops on us if they haven't already. I can't remember. And our fleet is just not up to snuff, so we need to queue up some ships. I want to see how many... I've got 2 protector ships. Let's just go with 2 protector ships, 1 for each flotilla, and then let's fill the rest of them out with carves. So that means we need 3 carves. That'd be 7. And our current cap is 7, so that should be fine. Um, let's get going. I'm going to throw my support behind the militarists. The militarists are not a threat to pushing the scientists out, mainly because of that Valter trait that constantly gives the scientists um, political influence or political favor for every point of political favor the militarists get. So we'll go ahead and do this. See how it goes. Science. Yeah. So you can see of all the actions that happened, we definitely got the most here. But we did get them moved up into the next tier, so that was good. We unlocked a new law, Spoils of War Act. Alright, lots of stuff going on.
Haven't you learned anything while spinning in our orbit?
Alright, so they're threatening us. Ground battle. I'm not sure if it's worth just going with protect the system or not. I think we do. 45 tanks probably is better though. We'll conscript this first time and see how it goes, and if we do well, we may start protecting the system after that. I'm not completely certain how we're going to fare. We have almost double the number of tanks that they have, and our tanks are upgraded with extra health, but they do have a lot of troops, so let's go ahead and conscript. And we lost an infrastructure, that's not good. And we lost 2 population. I don't know if that 2 includes the conscripted population, but that's not a great result. Although we still have basically what we started with for military, and they're cut in half, so we can probably hold out.
Soon your worlds will be...
Thanks.
In the name of the heart...
Okay, we've met the Unfallen. Found a star. This effect finally wore off. Bouchier gained a Horatio, just in time to lose it. And we got the Aregan History Center, which if you look up here at our influence now, is like plus 88 before. This building is incredibly powerful for the Vaulters, especially if you get it on a large system that has some influence already being generated because of the percent bonuses. That percent bonus may actually apply to the whole empire. That seems like an awful big number. So yeah, definitely something you should invest in if you're playing the Vaulters and you need influence. It's a great building. We're going to move into our military construction. And Andromeda needs a new building. This is the system. We're going to go ahead and colonize this sterile planet as soon as we can. We don't have any strategics, so strategics are not a option here. Predictive logistics is 40 industry, and this is, I don't know what is our population here, 11. Yeah, so this is way better. So we'll just go ahead and move on to that. Alright, oh, good stuff, good stuff. Now we can go ahead and set this, and because I have it, we're going to go ahead and go with Jadonics and Voidstone, and this is going to be exactly what we need to get all of our systems cranking out some industry. So let's see. We don't have time to wait, So we're going to go ahead and predictive logistics. I can move this up and I can move this up. Actually, that doesn't matter much. Until we actually get population on here, it's not that important. Alright. Jeez, and they got another ship heading over there? Okay, well, I guess we'll deal with it. We can start blowing these guys up. And let's just go around to all of our systems and throw this in the queue. Vega can wait. Andromeda. Throw that in. The nice thing about this is there's no upkeep on the cost for it, so it's a great way to get a system off the ground like our new system. Alright. What about Nair? Can we do it here? So we're out of Jade Onyx for a while. I think Jade Onyx was... Yeah, we're low on Jade Onyx, and our Jade Onyx is 10 per turn. Voidstone is 3 per turn, but we don't need as much of it. So we'll be able to get the rest of our systems colonized pretty quickly. Alright, we've discovered Raya and the Pulsos. I really like the Pulsos. The Pulsos are industrialists, which is sometimes okay. They do provide a little bit of extra industry and some science if you're on an anomaly. But the real benefit of these guys is thinkers and tinkers. It's a faction trait, and +1 industry per curiosity discovered on systems is quite large, especially if you've spent any time like I have scouting with your scout ships. So we're going to go ahead and try to grab these guys and steal them. It looks like the Unfallen have already made contact and are working on them, but we're going to spend a bunch of influence to try to outpace them. And then hopefully we do. We can increase the rate at which we're accumulating favor even more by searching for another curiosity. Gigalattice. Alright. So we'll see what happens with them. Hopefully we end up getting something good. I don't want to leave my ship here, so I guess we'll queue it up to run away. This guy. Go ahead and search. What is this? Lowers the chance to be targeted. Gives you a probe stock of 1. Okay. I don't see any other curiosities in this system, so we'll go ahead and move on our way. And this ship, we're going to use the teleportation gate through the pirates due to our friendly nature with them to get around. And we'll go explore this area now. So yeah, that is one of the cool things about pirates with vaulters. Keeping some pirates around can be useful for logistics. You can use the pirate gates as the vaulters, and they can actually be used between pirates and also between your systems that have portals. So pretty powerful in terms of being able to get around. Alright, so far so good. Let's hope Bushir can hold on for a couple more turns. It won't take us long to get the rest of our ships up and running. New hero time, alright. So we could get another governor. We already have a scientist. Political leader, and we already have a military political leader. So I guess the question is, do we want another military leader, or do we want another governor? I think what I want is a military leader so I can have 2 fleets with military heroes. And he's a guardian. Fleet warfare and industrial production. Yeah, so fleet warfare would be good. Support and defense. Yeah, but he's definitely not what we want. So we'll go with this guy. He's got a skill point to assign. 10% health fleet sounds like a good starting point. And we'll go ahead and throw that on his ship. I don't have any antimatter right now. We can throw those on his ship. 2 guns and 2 missiles. Let's go with 2 guns. Do I have better guns? I do. Let's go with better guns. Missiles. Yeah, that's fine. I do have better shields too. What I don't have are better missiles yet. We'll just apply that design so don't forget. And then we're going to assign him there we go. Alright, so now we have a commander for our fleet. That's good. And another ground battle. Do we want to go with protect the system or conscription? I think we better conscript again, just so we can get rid of some of these tanks. Yeah, we're losing. Ugh. Alright, well. I'm almost ready to come over here and wipe these guys off, but... Is there anything... I don't think there's anything we can do to improve our odds of winning. We don't have the resources to do this. This would be good, but our troops are pretty much the best that they can be, and We don't have access to air. Infantry don't really need any boost at the moment because we're not running any infantry. That's good. Three turns away from another system development. We've got to deal with this. It's really killing our dust. Alright, we should be able to handle this. We're going to go ahead and protect the system now. Alright. And we didn't lose anything this time. Just a few of the infantry we'd already recruited. That's good. I think we got that in hand. I will absolutely accept a truce with you. And in fact...
You make me feel... what's the word? Disgusted.
I guess we can't do anything else while we're at a truce. Okay. Horatio got one of the wonders. We got some more population. We got some more ships. And found another star. All those probes flying out. Go ahead and get our ships moving. Send one that way. And we'll run this way. Ooh, 3 of them. What did we find? Dark glitter. Okay, new resource. Antimatter, that could be useful. Very useful, actually. Uh... 60 dark glitter or unknown consequences. We have plenty of Hyperion. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have another probe yet, so we'll have to sleep for a turn. Oh, and the last thing was a very good set of guns. With a resource we actually have, even better. We're definitely going to be equipping our ships with that before we send them over to fight. What do we have here? We have ships moving this direction, so there's got to be something over there. Send out a couple probes and we'll head this way. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and edit our ship designs. And we have a little bit of this too. We could throw this on each of our NARs since they're the ones that are going to get shot up. Carves don't get the fancy shields anyways. They get these guns. Maybe the lasers. I think I like that better. So the reason I don't like using these lasers probably isn't ideal when you're using guns as well. The reason is that you're always going to try to move into gun range. And when you move into your gun range, you're going to be taking this weapon out of its optimal range, where this is in its optimal range no matter where you end up. But it's still providing you a little bit of energy weapon damage, just in case they go all in on projectile defense, which they probably should, but... Alright. We'll go ahead and apply that design, and we'll wait one more turn for our last ship to be finished, and then we'll get in there. Alright, we should handle this quite easily. This will be the last of their offensive. We did lose a little bit, but not a lot in that little battle. Where is this at? Oh, I know where this is. Okay. So they have a medium defensive ship against our mostly projectile and mostly mostly energy weapons. So they're using weak energy weapons on this ship. We should be able to handle that, no problem. I'm not even going to watch it. Yeah. We didn't even take any damage. Okay. Still blockading, nothing exciting going on at the moment. Argosy's ready. It's going to be quite expensive, I would imagine. Yeah, 81 of each strategic and over 8,000 dust. That is not going to happen anytime soon. We did need to settle. We had a quest. Yeah, we are 8 turns away from failing this quest. It was a good quest, I think. No, this wasn't really a dust scoop. Not all that exciting. But if we could get one more strategic resource on our empire in the next 8 turns, we would finish this. Unfortunately, the systems that we settled recently didn't have a lot of strategics, and so at the moment we are not quite at 5 or 5 more than what we had when we started, I guess. Alright, got another curiosity to search here. Rescued. So a huge bonus to science for the next 10 turns. Spawns Vidyani ship on Artemis system. Interesting. So we have a new ship. I don't know what we're going to do with it just yet, but new event. Military militants. Increase militarist political ideology for 20 turns. Okay. Successful expedition gives us some dust. I think we already looked at that. More population and some empty construction. Bundus. Predictive logistics. And actually, this is pretty solid because we do have an adamantium deposit here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the queue first. And I think it's better to go ahead and fill this system up. This planet was just outright better than this one. This planet has a lot more industry. There's no specialization here yet, though. If we're gonna fill it up, we better go ahead and do that. In fact, I might even do that. Just for the short term. And we can colonize that as well. Just to get the extra slot for planet. Binary moons doesn't really help much. Yeah. Okay. But this extra planet being colonized will... several of our buildings will benefit from that. Looks like Vega's got all of our ships made. So let's go ahead and get predictive logistics down. And then pretty soon we'll be able to afford this. And maybe we build one of these. I'm kind of thinking that that might be worth doing. Once we get this up. The system's almost completely full as far as population is concerned. You should be over there. I mean, the approval is super high even with these overpopulations, so I'm not really worried about it.
We are Riftborn. We come into your cosmos on a mission of survival.
Where are you at? Ah, down here. Okay. Well, we've got 2 probes. We'll send 1 probe that way. And we'll go this way. Okay, so there's quite a few curiosities down here for us to search. We found an endless planet and the homeworld of the Riftborn.
Horatio doubts your motives and your ethics. We also deplore your lack of refinement.
Horatio doesn't like our ships in their territory. So we'll go ahead and move them out. This ship if we can get that ship to this fleet, that would be good. 9 turns? Ugh. 7 turns to get to Gemini. Let's send him that way for now. And then this ship I don't know. I think we just sleep on it. The Argosy does not have a good location yet. I mean, I guess we could go to Zasmanos. I'd love to get here, but this system looks really, really rich. Deserts, ash, Mediterranean. I mean, there's a lot of planets, if nothing else. You can make that into a rich system. Where this is always going to be pretty mediocre at 3 planets. Do we have a ship just sitting here? Oh, this is the shuttle that got pushed off of Horatio space. We were over here scouting. We can get over there again and maybe go down this. We're gonna have to stay out of Horatio's territory for the moment. Well, if our ship wasn't fast before, it can really zip around now. I could be there in 6 turns. I don't know that we'll be able to afford the cost, but I think we're gonna try it. Need to merge these guys up, and then we're gonna have to sell a little bit at the market. We have a lot of potatoes, so let's sell some potatoes, shall we? Let's sell all the potatoes. There we go. And because we're selling potatoes, maybe we can buy a few other things. We're only 6 Jadonics short. For 200 dust, I think that's worth it to get it down and turn early. Let's go to our fleet, upgrade those guys, and go kill us some cravers. Alright. This should be pretty good, pretty evenly matched. I actually... they're gonna have 2 sets of... Yeah, so it really doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be able to predict which one's stronger, so I might as well let the computer do it. We will go ahead and watch this one though. Just see how we do. Alright, let's get to the action. There we go. Wow, that ship went down really fast. So we lost one of our protector ships and one of our other ships, but we did alright otherwise. And we can go ahead and, since they attacked us, we still have our attack command. We can go ahead and attack this fleet. This fleet will not be allowed to use a second one, I don't believe. Which means the only ship we should have over here are ones that are good at long range. Well, that's definitely not you. Does anybody have... You're alright at long range. He's the only one that has effective long range weapons. So the reason I say that is because, well, they're going to retreat. So this is kind of moot. But if they were not to retreat and they were only able to fill out a single flotilla, this flotilla will always be engaging at long range, since it's an empty slot on their side. So when they attack any of the other flotillas, it counts as long range. So that's important to remember when you're setting this up. We're not going to watch this, they're going to retreat. Yeah. What the heck? So they retreated, and then they decided to come right back. So we'll blockade the system, and then when they get there, we'll finish them off. That was really dumb. Okay. He's leveled up, so let's go with another health boost to our ships. Sounds good to me. We do need to be careful. The Cravers do have access to medium ships, and we do not. So the next time we engage them might not go so well. Alright. Well, we're about halfway through the video now. Oh, and I totally forgot. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but we want that. And we need to get our dust going again. I'm not sure what the best way to do that is. Just throw this on here to get some more resources. Plus 30, plus 2 per person on planet. I think 15 turns total. That will be cut down significantly by these. I think we go with that. Try to get that made. Okay. So, looking at where we're at right now, we don't really need the extra science or approval. Both of those are really high in our systems. Influence and dust are both pretty useful right now. We're going to need more influence to deal with the pirates in the long term, and also with the wars that we're fighting. A random technology could be really good, but it could also be completely worthless. I'm inclined to go with this choice, just because we definitely need these over the next few turns. So that's what we're going to pick. Increase the dust in the universe per turn to over 7,000. That's unlikely as far as us getting in on this reward. We're just not a dust-based faction, but we are going to try to enhance our dust production over the next 10 turns, so we might be able to sneak one of these rewards. I doubt it. This will help as we get these guys up. They're going to start giving us a lot of dust. We have several of these minor factions currently that are going to be finding us favorable allies. Andromeda, what do you need to build? Oh, we need to colonize another planet. And do we need happiness in this? No, we're at ecstatic. This is not a very good building, but it's a really cheap building, and it's an okay building at this point since we have some population. It's going to be 12 industry per turn, and that will continue to increase as our populations grow. So we'll go ahead and throw that in the queue as well. Actually, we'll put it in front. Alright, it's time to pick a new technology. So I was thinking about military and maybe getting some medium class ships, but I have a different plan that I'm considering. We do not currently have access to any of these tiers yet. And so what's going on right now, and this is not typical of every faction, but because the science party is in play, we have fully unlocked tier 1 and tier 2. The science party allows us to pick things from tier 3, one tier higher than your maximum unlocked tier. By unlocking tier 3, we would then gain access to tier 4. And having access to tier 4 would allow us to essentially skip regular medium ships and either go straight to the advanced medium ships or to the large ships. These are the biggest ships that you can get. They take a lot of command points, and it would take us a while to get that. Maybe too long, but maybe not. So I kind of want to try that. That being said, we need to pick a technology in this tree to get this unlocked, to even have an option to do that. So, looking at our options, we don't have any barren planets currently in any of the systems that we're looking at or possess. And this is a nice one-time building in a system that has a lot of population, but it's not the greatest building ever. This will reduce hero cost or time it takes to acquire them, and also give us the option to specialize planets for influence production, maybe. And this is a food building based on population and a food building based on luxury deposits. I don't think that we really have problems with food. And I don't think that this one-time building is all that exciting. So I'm guessing we're just going to go with this, mainly for the hero benefit and the spin project. The other thing, I mean, we really do need to get dust up and running. This would be a really quick technology to grab at this point. We really don't need to be grabbing stuff at the lower end of the spectrum, but that wouldn't be horrible either. And we do have adamantium production, it's just really slow. In fact, it is only 1 per turn. So that's going to take a long time before we can get that building built without spending dust on it. Maybe we do something like this. And then we get that intergalactic supermarket up in a system that has a very high population and a high system level. I like that idea. Speaking of which, the Vega system has the most population by far. So the Vega system would probably be the ideal place for that. And Vega is only level 2? Oh, but we will be level 3 shortly. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and wipe these guys out real quick. That was easy enough. Ah, pirates. Well, this is helpful. Let's go ahead and search these curiosities. XP on ships. Basic impenetrable plating. 376 health and 68 projectile defense. Not sure how that stacks up with our current defense module. Oh yeah, it's much better. Still got a lot to search here. I guess we'll just head that way. Before I get too carried away, I've got a probe. Can send that way. Ah, good stuff. Okay. So this system is no longer being colonized by the Cravers. They've kind of given up on that. Let's go ahead and get her ship decked out a little bit better. Oh, we can't. We're not in friendly space. Never mind. We could get to friendly space in 3 turns or in 3 turns. Or we can just keep moving. I hesitate to leave this area because the Cravers could get through here pretty easily. If we go here, we can get almost anywhere in the galaxy, so let's do that. And then we can move those ships around a little bit. Huh. Well... I'm not sure what we're going to end up doing with you, but Maybe we send you down this way. Just to scout. I don't think it's worth... Yeah, we're going to be down here searching curiosities for a while. Found a remnant population. And we found some adamantium. Alright, we'll head over here. Ha! Bouchier's at 527 industry, with one of the worst populations in my entire empire. That's pretty impressive. Once we get this place back up and running and we get the population going, it's going to be something else to see. We don't even have this one yet. Ooh, subterranean curiosity. Go ahead and throw that on the queue as well. Since we don't have a ship over there. Do any of our other systems end up with new curiosities? We would see little blinking lights if there were. Just Bouchier, huh? Yep, looks like it was just Bouchier. Alright, we'll see if we can make it. Alright, this has fallen off, so we need to double check our approval. That was keeping us super happy for a long time. We got some more probes. This is an enemy fleet. Small. Not sure what that is. Let's go and set a probe down there. If they attack us, I guess we'll just retreat. Alright, we can get that building built now. I think we said we definitely wanted to do it in Vega. Intergalactic supermarket. 2 turns for modernization. That will help our dust situation for sure. Let's do that for now. Curiosity here. Alright, and we can, so we have some options here. So I can teleport this ship somewhere else, if there's somewhere else worth teleporting to. I could come down here. What I think I'm going to do is just sleep for a turn. And we'll decide after we've figured out everything else we want to figure out. Lots of curiosities. Alright. A couple more turns. You've discovered the home planet of the Unfallen. Okay. Okay. Growth. Babies, not booms. +1 Harishams on your Vegas system. Okay. Science skill. Shield absorption or vision and XP. We'll go with shield absorption. More Vaulters. Another skill point for you. %, science, +10 on hot, +10 on system, +10 approval on system, +2 food, or +2 industry. Where are you even at? You are in Nis. What does Nis have? Ugh. Toxic worlds. Well, shoot it. I think the food and industry is probably the better choice. This is not going to be a lot. I mean, this is 10. 2, 4, 6. This is 8 industry and 8 food. But it's actually only 4 extra because we already got the +1 bonus. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with this system. Sustainable farms is not a very good building for this system. And as far as she's concerned, I guess, even though it's not ideal, the 10 industry is still better than nothing. 15% science doesn't make sense unless she's on a well-developed system. We could move her to a well-developed system and just let this one struggle. I think we'll go with that. She's producing a lot of food and a fair amount of industry for this system, so... Alright, Boucher's getting maxed out here. Okay. We unlock tier 3. which gives us access to Tier 4, which we already had access to because of the science party. But now that this is officially unlocked, we have access to this. So this is what I was afraid of. So this is going to take 10 turns to jump that far into the tree. Do we have 10 turns plus a few turns to get these produced before we have to deal with the cravers? And the answer to that is I don't know.
Are coming.
But we could ask for a truce. So if we ask for a truce, what if we give you potatoes? What if we give you all the potatoes? Well, that's close. Do they like any of this stuff? What if we give you titanium? They like that a lot. Where does that put it? So that didn't really move it much.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. Let's do this. We'll make them this offer. They will get... And that'll give us 10 turns to get our ship designs learned. And another few turns once the truce is over to get those ships made and get our butts down there and start dealing with them.
You make the right choice.
Yeah, eat some potatoes for a little while and leave us alone. We'll come back and squash you soon enough. Well, whatever happened to our ship that was over here? Oh, he's still traveling. Finally got him moving again. This ship can search some more curiosities. More gigalatas. This ship, since we're at a truce, I can send you pretty much wherever I want. I mean, that's like a crazy amount of turns. There's not a single pirate nearby us either. This is really frustrating. Well, you know what? We need to get over here. He can't really travel anywhere. That's kind of frustrating and humorous at the same time. Alright, well, we'll just send him that way for now. Since we're at a truce, we're gonna have to move this ship, I think. We can't do that anymore. Now this is... yeah, he's not a pirate currently. Alright, well we'll send him to our system and we'll figure out where to send him after that. You're just gonna sleep. And now that we're here, we can upgrade your ship. That. Just already got that. So a little bit of missile and a little bit of laser. Yeah, that's probably good. Yep. Okay, that took. Unfortunately, we still can't upgrade any of these ships, but that's fine for now. I guess the question is, where do we want this fleet? Uh-oh. They've got Vine ships en route to Ukda. We're 2 turns away from being able to colonize it, though. Unfortunately, in 2 turns, the cost is going to be quite high. I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. But we have an empty law slot. Let's see. Super Tax Act. We could pass that with a -20 on all of our systems. Even if we only did it for a couple of turns, I think it would be worth it. Is there any other way we can get it? I don't think any of these. Spoils of war, no. Lower fleet cost, no. Let's go ahead and pass it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, we dropped most of our systems down to content, but nobody's below content, although Nair is close. We are going to terraform this next turn, so that will help. And then we can work on colonial rights, maybe? Planets with anomalies. Extra science. I think probably get the extra approval. Who else is on the border? Oh, what is it? 70 for happy now? Can we get Bouchier happy by moving one of these off? What if I do that? Yeah, okay. So Bouchier's happy. Bundus is only content. Is there any way we can fix that? Absolutely. Infinite supermarkets in 1 turn. That puts us at 63. And this gives us another 15. Alright. We'll see if we can't get this done before they vine up that system. Now the other option we have is we could still continue to harass our neighbors by privateering some of our fleets. I don't think we're going to do that at the moment, though. I thought that said 10 turns. It's showing up as 11 now. It must be because some of our science stuff fell off. I think we had a science bonus that was running that recently fell off. I don't know what to do with this fleet at the moment. I think we just go here and lock it down so that we can blockade them in neutral space. I know why our science changed. We went from being ecstatic to being content. That's a big decrease to our overall outputs. Population screen, Horatio. Yeah, let's keep running that since we can. Okay, that's finally over. Pulsos have moved to amicable. That's good. More Horatio. Okay. We can terraform this to a snow or a steppes planet. Snow would have slightly more food and slightly less dust. Steppes would have more food and industry, but much lower science and slightly lower dust. This is a cold planet, so we'll go ahead and grab that. We're very close to being positive approval. In fact, we might even be able to get there. 72. Alright. These guys prefer fertile worlds. We don't have any fertile worlds on this system. So, that's unfortunate. Where was that curiosity? Was it in Boucher? It was. One turn till we get that learned. We can go ahead and throw this down to get our heroes a little faster. And this has been colonized now. I mean, it's still putting out really good numbers. So let's go ahead and move some of these people off of these unhappy worlds. Something like that. What does that look like? That doesn't look too bad. We're still close to 600 a turn, so... More blue cap mold. You can sleep for a turn. We'll get the rest of our ships moving. Nobody got anywhere, huh? Alright. One turn away. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, they literally did it this turn. Wow. I don't think we were going to have the dust to do that anyways, but what a dick. Well, let's see if we can find another one. Percent of the galaxy is uncovered. Possess 5 strategic deposits in your empire before 4 turns. Reward. This must have been the Bouchier curiosity. We got one more curiosity here, so. Wait, are there 2 ships here? What was that? Hold on. Huh. I could have sworn. I thought I saw something different than I did, apparently. We did. We found whatever this thing is. Alright, Intergalactic Supermarket has us making a lot of dust. Pirate Non-Aggression Pact has expired, which means we need to talk to them because we need 2 more turns of Non-Aggression Pact in order to finish our quest.
Whoa, you've got dust? Hey, let's talk.
We'll go ahead and do that. Cordial forced for 10 turns. Oh, the Pulsos were also cordial with us, which means we could potentially do a quest for them. I think we just outrace. We've got 2 more turns of 8, so that's 16, so that'll put us at 80. That should get us all the way to the end. And we are done with curiosities now, right? There's no more here? Okay, so this ship can now go. I guess we'll just go there for now. I'll shoot a probe this direction, maybe. Oof. Looks like we found the Vodiani. Fleet accelerator. Fleet movement points of 2. Can only be installed in support ships. This little ship is still uncovering things. What is going on here? There's some weird anomaly or something going on here. What is this? Compression singularity. Created by the Riftborn. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Last turn, and we'll see what we get. Unfortunately, how many turns till this is free? 7. We've got 7 turns till that's free, but I'm not seeing a system that's really exciting. I guess we just go to Zasmanos for more Voidstone. They're back on trim. All right. Here we go. Last turn. Alright, that event has finally expired. Or no, this is a new event. So the influence has expired, but the approval... Yeah. Nice. Alright. Move our ships. Just hold on there for a minute. Alright, so let's quickly do a little bit of inventory. We are making a lot of dust at the moment because of the Super Tax Act, but it is also affecting our approval. Not in a hugely negative way, but it's definitely affecting us. We do need to get another Vaulter system down. This is looking like the best bet. We literally missed this by a turn. But I think even if we had gotten there, we would have struggled to raise the funding required to settle it early. At this point, we're going to get Zasmanos, hopefully before the Cravers can get over there and try to do it. I could have grabbed this system, but I just don't think that it's valuable enough to warrant it. And that's a pretty good anomaly, but definitely a difficult system to get going. There's no food, there's very little industry. There is a little bit of adamantium, but you're going to have to terraform that system to make it worthwhile in the end. So, this is where we're at, and join us next time when the nose plays Endless Space 2. Also, keep in mind, I did notice, and I did try to record some new Northgard content recently. It didn't go so well. I think there's some bugs with the new patch, and it crashed mid-game, but I did try the single-player campaign, so I will get a recording of that actually works out in the near future. And until then, have a great day.